and thank you for joining us tonight. I was introduced into the world of roses in the early 1990s. One Sunday afternoon, I went to a rose show at Planting Fields Arboretum in Oyster Bay, Long Island. The room was full of gorgeous roses, all grown by amateurs, and entered into this competition. It was so beautiful, and I was hooked. I wanted these beautiful flowers in my own garden. The group that held the show was the Long Island Rose Society, and they were a welcoming bunch, and so I joined. I soon learned that these beautiful roses that I saw that Sunday afternoon were mostly hybrid teas and very prone to disease, and that I would need to spray them with fungicides for them to keep their leaves and produce the gorgeous blooms that I saw that afternoon. And I soon learned that spraying roses was the least favorite part of my hobby. For years, I was torn between wanting to grow roses and not wanting to spray them, and I wished for it to be easier and safer. Then came Will Radler's Knockout Rose, and a whole new era of sustainability in growing roses was born, ushered in with an awareness that our environment needed to be protected for us and for future generations. In the years that followed, rose hybridizers rose to the challenge and created many beautiful roses that can now be grown successfully without pesticides. Helping people to grow these easy care, disease-resistant roses became my passion. I believed then, and I believe now, that this is the secret to growing the membership of the American Rose Society and our local societies. And it was the driving force that led me to the ARS presidency. Along the way, I met many wonderful like-minded people, and one of them was our very own Susan Lacerte, who encouraged me to join the Queens Botanical Garden Board of Trustees, which I did. And that opened up a whole new world of possibilities for future projects that would benefit the rose and the garden. My years on the QBG board helped to forge an alliance with the garden, Manhattan Rose Society, the American Rose Society, and the rose industry, and that alliance is still strong today. As you are no doubt aware, not-for-profit organizations such as the American Rose Society and Queens Botanical Garden depend heavily on fundraising and membership. So how do we grow these organizations and encourage people to join us? Queens Botanical Garden is an oasis in an urban area providing peace, solace, and education, while leading the way for preserving and protecting our environment. Now in this time of the pandemic and social distancing, botanical gardens are even more important, and we need to help them continue their service to the public by supporting their mission. No organization exists in isolation. We are all part of a wonderful international botanical concept, and that concept includes all interests in the rose societies, the rose industry, as well as the botanical gardens, the garden writers, the hybridizers, all those who work to save the old roses and create new roses for the future. Whenever we establish a bond, an association, a friendship with one of these entities, it strengthens our common goal. Working together will help us to grow our respective organizations, and through that growth, we will leave a heritage to our children and our grandchildren that will be even richer than the one that was left to us, because we will preserve and pass that heritage on to future generations. It is my hope that we will continue to find ways to work together in the future to promote the alliance between the Rose and Queens Botanical Garden. I thank you for honoring my work with the Rose Gala Award. It means more than I can say.